Again. Hello? Hello? Is anyone here? Hello? Are my friends here? Did anyone find me? Look at me fidget with everything. I'm always such a fidget about everything. I want everything to be perfect. I don't believe in the word perfect. I never have. So, the last live just cut off. So, if you would like the intro to this live, please go over to the previous live. Oh, I just popped up live on YouTube. Now I have to find myself on my tablet. Welcome everyone in. I already see one thumbs up, and someone's here with me. Who's here with me? Who's watching? Joshy boy, of course you're here. You found me again. And Jennifer's here, and Amy Beth is here. And let's see who else comes in. I want to keep it a secret. Bunny Zimlich, welcome back. Hi, Diona. Hi, Terry Cover, Linda Bengay. There is my friend Husky, Alicia, Mia, Lori J, Suzanne, Lulu. There's Vintage Florida. That's Nancy. There's Mary, Terry Cover, Michelle Guida. Look at all of you finding me again. I can't avoid you. I can't hide from you, ladies and gentlemen. There's Kathy Mass, there's Pistachio, Melissa ES, Lisa, Lori J, Mia. All right, so we're back, and I'm not going to delay because I've already given the intro, and I've already said hello to everyone in the last one. So thank you so much for coming in, and please hit the thumbs up on the way in. And Bonnie Zinlich, thank you for that. Oh, thank you, Nancy Eaton. For some people, I am. Okay, wait. Special request. Can you do a video on African trade beads and how to tell when they are not reproductions, please? You know what, Husky? I'm gonna try and do that for you. By no means am I an expert when it comes to African beads, but I've had about 2 decades of experience with them, and I still sometimes don't know when they're authentically antique. It's very difficult sometimes. So I'll let you know my little tricks that I've applied over the years, and I haven't been stumped recently. So, oh, thank you, Candy, for being here. Pistachio, you found me. And there's Valerie. Hi, Cafe T. That is Valerie. Thank you so much. Oh, another Mia is here. Fantastic. Welcome, other Mia. So, and then when I address both of you, I'm going to say, hello, my favorite Mia. So that's the Aladdin finial. So if you hadn't seen that, that's in the previous video. That's from Aladdin Glass, and it is a lamp finial from the late 1940s. Totally love this. Absolutely love that. So if we just do the little additive process, maybe you ladies and gentlemen can tell me at the end how much money I actually made off of this box. I paid $250 for this at the flea market. Whoops. Sure, I most certainly can. I will do a video on suffragette jewelry, not a problem. I have brought several pieces of suffragette jewelry on my channel before, so please go over to the video that features like that lavalier style necklace. I have covered that before, but I didn't designate a whole video to it. So I can most certainly do that for you. This one is carved bone. This one is Chinese. The silver is not silver at all. So on this one, even if the metal was marked silver, which it is not, I would know that that is plated. But let me show you the difference between silver and silver plated. Let me get out this bracelet. I have to go into my case over here. And I appreciate you all giving me a moment to show you these things when I have a moment. So this one is actually silver. This is out of my personal collection. It is the largest Buddha cuff I've ever seen in my entire life. Those are tourmaline and jade, jadeite, and then these are little sapphires. The little blue ones are genuine sapphire. This is the largest. It's Amitabha, I believe, is the Buddha. Those are the two attendants. He's seated on the lotus, and absolutely incredible for a Buddha. So this one is actually silver. So this one is actually signed silver, and it is silver. But do you see the difference between the tonality of the metal? So this is silver on the left, and this is plated on the right. So let me show you the difference here. So that is actually plated, and this one is actually sterling. So that is actually sterling silver and then plated. Now let me show you why. Let me see what this one is signed. Give me a moment. Made in China. Okay, so thank God I said it was Chinese. Beginner's luck. It says made in China. And unfortunately, the pin itself it was broken and is too short for this, so I have to replace this whole pin stem. Or what I could do as a jeweler, I could cut this and I could sand this down in my studio, and then I can add a wire onto here. Not advisable to have a solder seam on that because it will break again, but at least that way it will bridge that gap, and I'll be able to get that back together. Okay, but that's carved bone, very intricately done. Normally, when it's this bone, it is bovine, so it's cattle or cow, but it's usually bovine bone that's in these Chinese pieces, and then it's polychrome painted. That is not ivory, although it looks like ivory. That is absolutely not ivory. Back in the day, it was traded for $2.50 somewhere, but that was in the lot, and once I repair it, I think I could still get for this brooch, I still think I could get 85 to 125 because of that open work and articulation in that surface. To have a jeweler saw, you'd have to drill a hole, and then you'd have to pierce that out with a jeweler saw. And I do that in silver. I do a lot of pierce work in silver, and I think most of you have seen some of my pieces in silver that I've done pierce work on. Okay, so this cuff is, yes, this is the best of the best, and I would say on this one, from years ago, it's several $1,000s. It's two, three, maybe even $4,000. I wouldn't sell it for any amount of money. That's a keep forever. All right. So check this out. I do wear that. I love that cuff. That's all I'll say. All right. So now we're at, let's just say after the repair, we'll call it, if you're making a list, we'll call that $65 to $75. This one is not silver, and I'll get into the origin on these in the near future. I don't want to talk origin on this just yet because I want to do a whole video on, quote, ethnic silver and ethnic necklaces. So absolutely amazing in construction, but it's still silver plated. So this one is not sterling, but I do have versions that are sterling and also 800 silver. So allow me to ease into that. That is a costume necklace. I'd say the vintage is late 60s, maybe into the 70s. The little applications on here may have some silver content, but that chain for sure is plated. But these might have some silver content on the pendants and on that kind of granular surface. I would say on that one is costume, maybe you're around $15 to $20. And that's being a little bit generous on that one. So, all right, we'll set that out of here. And hey, if you have questions, you have to put the stop sign in because I won't see any questions. If I don't see a little stop sign in the chat, I won't see any questions. So thank you so much again for being here. I really wanted to get through all this. These are sterling silver, post and friction back. Very beautiful. Who doesn't love an open heart for earrings? Great size and great weight. So those are maybe I sell them for 10 or 15 in sterling. And I guess what I could do, if you're all interested, what I could do at the end, if you remind me at the very end, I could weigh all the silver things, and then I could tell you a gram weight, and we can see how well I did for the $250 that I spent. I did not weigh anything yet, and this is my first go through. And like I said, it was so cute that my mom allowed me to wait, because she wanted to do this in the video the other day, and my mom will tell you, we had a trunk full of fashion, hats, shoes, and purses that I bought at the flea market. And then we had a pile of jewelry stuff to go through. And I mean an absolute pile of jewelry stuff. 121 people found me again. Could you please hit the thumbs up? Pretty please. I would really appreciate a thumbs up if you could do it. If you can find it on your device, let me go up and see. I don't even think I put the thumbs up on it. Here I am telling you what to do, and I'm not doing the same thing. Oh, let's see here. I don't think no, I didn't even like my own video. So please hit the thumbs up. I'd be very, very grateful. And if you all of the 125 people, if you could just tell one person about me. I'm trying to grow my subscribers again. I'm trying to do a subscriber push to the end of the year. So, and then once I get to the end of the year, I don't think I'm going to ask for a while. I think I'm just going to let it happen. So this is great. To my sweetheart, and this is a magnificent yellow enamel Beautiful yellow enamel, 800 silver and sterling, and I love the construction of this. So that yellow enamel, likely Siam silver, likely Siam silver on this one. Usually you will see the dancers that are engraved, but this is sweetheart jewelry from the wartime, and this was made circa dating on this probably late 40s, early 50s. Definitely into the 50s, but I really like this. Very different for one of these and a good size. I would say technically, let me take my cuff off. Technically, I would say that one is about a six and it's about a 6.5 inch wrist. Oh, and another thing, this is kind of an early preview in a way. Now, follow me here, everybody. Not for this next week's sale. Okay, possible troll. Let's see here. Let's see here. Is there a troll? Bonnie, Bonnie, is there a problem? Possible troll. I don't know. Is there a troll? I don't think so. Hold on, let me go look. Give me more. Hold on, give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 sec. Bonnie knows about trolls, I'll tell you that much. Give me more. Maybe someone zapped. Maybe someone zapped her. Hold on. Let me take a look, guys. Give me a sec. Normally I don't care, but I do care because I'm protecting all my people here. Let me take a quick look. Husky. Hold on, guys. I get quiet. Just bear with me, everybody, real quick. Let's see here. Boy, my sinuses are really acting up. Esther. Stina. Huh. No trolls allowed. I don't see her anywhere. Huh. I don't see her. Well, if she comes back in, I'll give her a dose of reality. Okay, anyways, if you saw a troll, just ignore it. I hadn't heard of it before. Okay. How much does a Siam ring sell for? Yvonne, they vary, but maybe as little as $20 and as little as $20 and maybe as much as I don't know. Give me a sec, guys. Give me 1 sec. Hold on. 1 second, guys. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. 1 second. Oh, okay. I see. I'm sorry, Bonnie. Give me a second, guys. Hold on. Hold on. Let's see here. I see it. You're exactly right. Hide user from channel. Bye. Yeah, she's gone. You know what I call it? It's a spray that's called Bitch Be Gone. So Tamia Moore, I don't play shit. And just remember, you've been chastised. And Tamia, you're not allowed here. So yeah, that was weird. Bonnie, thank you so much for that, Bonnie Zimlich. Bonnie, peace and thank you so much. But Tamia, girl, no, you're effed. So you're out of here. Bye-bye. All right, so this is Sterling and beautiful. And people say just ignore the trolls. It's to be expected. If you ignore them, they'll go do it to somebody else. They'll go do it to someone else. Bitch be gone. That's what I'm gonna call it. It's gonna call bitch be gone. You're out of here. So I don't know. She was saying something about it seemed like the news or something, or she was. I don't know. She might need medicated, or maybe she needs a few more drinks. I don't know. But bitch, you're out of here. You are done. You are toast. You are beyond toast. You're fried. So, I didn't only snatch her wig, I kicked her ass out of here. Yeah, absolutely. I didn't ask her to leave. I threw her out. You know what? Someone came in I'm going to tell you guys a secret. Do you guys want to know a secret? Because now I'm in a feisty mood. Do you want to know a secret? I'll tell you a secret. What happened in one of my chats one time. If you want to hear a good one, just put the word secret. Okay, I'll tell you. So some lady came in my thing and she announced her departure. She said, "I'm just done with you because I have difference of opinions with you, and I'm just done with you. I think you're arrogant. I think you're nasty. I think you're ridiculous, and I'm done with you." And you know what I told her? I said, "Bitch, you are not important enough to announce your departure." That's exactly what I put. I swear to God, I did. And I don't swear to God often, but I did. I told her, I said, I'm sorry, but you don't have to announce your departure. You're out of here. You're not that important. Why would someone think that they're that important to come into a chat and announce their departure? You don't have to. You do not have to throw your feather boa over your shoulder. I will just throw you out. So there's the secret. It's called Don't Mess with Jason or you're going to get thrown out. And someone said it's not very Buddhist of you. And I said, no, it's very Catholic of me. So so, Bonnie, thank you for drawing my attention to that. Yeah, yeah, it just was like, if you're having a bad day, stay off YouTube. If you're having a bad year, just stay to yourself. I mean, don't bother me. And I've said before, if you have angst in your life, we all do, don't we? 176 people. Do you ever have a bad day? Do you ever have anxiety and just you don't feel right? Go for a walk. Go to the metro parks. Go take a neighbor dog for a walk. Go to a animal shelter and hold a cat. Go to the park and swing on the swings. Go take your shoes off and act like you're 4 years old and go for a walk somewhere. Be kind. Go find resolve. Don't attack somebody else. But I'll tell you what, you attack me, I'll attack you right back. So yeah, it's this is beautiful sterling and a 50s charm bracelet. So that's another $20. And I used to sell these on eBay for a fortune. But now they're back down to like $25. And I love the safety on this. I really love the safety. Oh, thank you, Pistachio. Hold it. Lydia Flat, I love you. Hold a nasty cat that scratches your eyeballs out. Oh my God, you're the best. Oh, wait, hold on. My daughter is, hold on, not Buddhist, but she lives in the real world and kick a bitch out. Yeah, I don't want to do it. I just don't want to do it. There's some things on YouTube. There's some people on YouTube that, you're not gonna get along with everybody. You're just not, it's not gonna happen. Oh, I want to be distracted by sparkle. Let's change it up a notch. Oh, let's be distracted by goodness. See, when people ask me, why do you buy the things you buy? Because I'd rather look at this and hear about someone coming in my chat and ruining it. So this is just awesome. But that's why I recenter and look at what Mother Nature did. And let's look at a man at the turn of the last century, 1900, and let's look at beauty. Let's focus on that. I don't want to focus on people being jerks. But someone did say to me, you don't have to address all of them. And I said, I'm not going to address all of them, but I'm most surely going to kick some of them out of here. I'm not going to have that. I don't want this place to ever be uncomfortable for anybody. And what I will say is the last time I had let someone in here in one of the last lives. Oh, this is beautiful. Listen to that. I I usually don't like things that make noise when you wear them, but I really like this. Oh yeah, I like this. The magic brooch is messing with his Wi-Fi. I think it is. This is pretty epic, you guys. Do you guys love this bell? Oh, this might be a keep for me. I think I need this in my life. You know what? I just decided I'm going to keep this bell so I can drive everyone crazy. Isn't that tinkling amazing? Yeah, I never thought I would say tinkling is amazing. I really love it. Yeah, every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings. Or every time a bell rings, a bitch gets thrown out of my chat. Maybe when someone gets kicked out, I could ring this bell. Troll schmoll. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like the troll schmoll. I don't know what's on it, Milky Way. It looks like let's see what it says. Friends. It better not say, no, I'm not going to say what I thought it said. It says friends. And then I think it probably says friends in all different languages. Does that say, wait, it says something about a heart. Let's see here. What does that say? Warm hearts. Something, warm hearts. Can I just make it up as I go? Can I just make it up as I go? Uh, Rebecca, it's true. I love you all so much. 203 people. I love you all. Even if you don't love me, if there's someone here that's watching me that doesn't love me, I love you. And I would give you a smooch on your cheek and I would make you melt. I did say to myself last week, I need to be more forgiving. And I need to work on that. So I do have a lot of flaws. And I don't see very many people coming on YouTube saying, I have flaws. I don't see very many people doing that. So, but I do have flaws. and I'm trying my damnedest to work on them. I did go back to church, and I told my mom, I did go back to church, and it's, I don't want to say it's helping, but it is. It's giving me time and time to really reflect and say what's important and what's not. Um, and you all really surprised me when someone had said they lost their dear pet of 14 years the other night. And I looked at all the comments that you left in that video. It was a current video, and you all were so incredibly kind. The person that had lost their dog of 14 years. And I couldn't believe. Um, hmm, it's still amazing to me that me turning my light on has brought so many amazing people in my direction. And I will defend you guys, you ladies and gentlemen out there. And I always say you guys because I feel like we're best friends. And I always mean, I never mean no harm in that. But I grew up in the 80s and everybody was you guys. And no one has ever been upset with me about it. I've never been called out on that. And I'm grateful. This, I don't know what we've got going on. Besides, it's beautiful. Let's see what it says. What is that? It says, does it say magic wand? Jeremy's right. I need to go get glasses. Can I tell you guys a secret? 14 karat gold. It doesn't say magic. It says 14 karat. And then W. Lind. Who's a 14 karat gold plated? GE gold electroplate. Who is that? Whoever this was pretty darn good. Check that out. Do you guys want to know I got in trouble in one of my videos? Do you want to know why I got in trouble? 170 people here. Do you want to know why I got in trouble in one of my videos? Because I had my air conditioning running in the background one day. And the person said in the thing, it'd be better if you had your, like, that thing not blowing in the background. Yeah, just let me sweat to death. Let me sweat to death during my video just because, you have a sensitivity to noise in the background. It's unbelievable what some people will say in the comments, and then all of you come in and you swoop in and you change my perspective in such a positive way. So just know that I love you all equally. I really do. And there's standouts that have, that just, they come in and they're standouts that are just, you guys have been so incredibly kind. These are sterling. And I'm not sure what we've got going on for stone. Probably not sapphire, but aren't those beautiful and elegant? I'm missing a lot of the chat, you guys. I'm sorry. Best friend is Sir, and she's a lady. See, Joshy, that's like what I said about in my chat the other day. Cindy Wilson, when Cindy Wilson comes in, I've called her a dick for... So I've called Cindy Wilson a dick for, like, many years because Jeremy said he worked with her, and he would call her a dick. And the funniest part is, wait. Kristen Roth, thank you so much for a silly call. I got my box of jewelry yesterday, and Mia is here. Thank you for your wizards. Okay, great. Mia, she got wizards from you. Call my best friend Sir, and she's a lady. See, and I called Cindy Wilson a dick. So, but Jeremy, jokingly called her a dick because she's the sweetest person on the planet. But we like to have fun with it. We like to have fun with our friends, and she loves it. She just thinks it's the coolest thing ever. So ignore that idiot, stay cool. Yeah, Annette, I got it. So check this out. But I have my moments. We all have our moments of weakness. But I want to say thank you to all of you that continue to support the channel in such a positive way. And it is very difficult to do. Oh no, Nurse Cindy, that's no, Cindy, that's no. Jewelry Nurse Cindy, no, she's a different person. No, she's not a dick at all. Oh great. Now, can you imagine if someone said to Cindy Jewelry Nurse, "Hey, Jason and Jeremy call you a dick?" She would laugh. She would laugh because she knows my humor. No, thank you for Cindy. Her name is Cindy Wilson, and she was Jeremy's friend here in Ohio. But Jewelry Nurse is amazing. That's Cindy Jewelry Nurse. I love her. This is sterling silver, and that's very pretty. The box chain and the little heart. So I haven't really added. This up, guys. So I'm not doing really great. So the last two, I would say $10. $10 on the cross and probably $10 on the set, when I go to sell it. So I don't know how far ahead we are, but paying $250 for this, I think we're going to do just fine. This was awesome. And this reminded me of Laguna. Let's see if it's signed anywhere. This reminded me of Laguna Crystal, and Laguna had beautiful Aurora Borealis crystal. But look at that woven. See how they took the chain and they wove it back and forth and then tied it through with that monofilament. But check that out for a collar. Let's put that on a neck form and let's look at that. Because I do think that this is one of the more elegant versions. And I like that it's not just 2 rows of crystals. Do you guys like this better than just the beaded strand? Is that fitting in the box okay? Do you ladies love that? So, oh, the bell. I'm gonna keep the bell, Deborah. So I'm gonna keep the bell. That's my bitch bell. So that's gonna be my bell that wards off the trolls for right now. I really like the sound it makes. I really like that bell. But Deborah, if I sell the bell, it'll come to a bully run sale. So, but since I paid $250 for this, I need a little treat. And I think that's the only thing I'll keep. We'll see. Yeah, Valerie, doesn't it look like crochet? And it feels like fabric. So, okay, thank you, Deborah, for understanding. Thank you. Michelle Guida, I just really like this. Yeah, that was a yes. See, and I think I could get more along the lines of, do you think 45 would be fair on this, everybody? I usually don't ask for opinion on pricing, but I think that I could get $45 for this. I just think so based on its size, its scale, and its elegance. I think that's worth at least $45. So, Rebecca, you did, Rebecca. See, everyone said yes. Okay, good. So, perfect. All right, let's set that out of the way. I don't think we need the neck form anymore. Do you guys want to see a diamond I bought? Do you want to know a secret? Do you guys want to know a secret? You'll have to put secret or diamond in the chat. Do you want to see one that I just bought? So, how was the gold done? So, Joanne, thank you so much. Joanne, my mom was laughing so hard yesterday when we were eating our corn. She goes, "You always ruin Joanne Zatkin's name." And I said, "Mom, it's Joanne Zatkin." And I said, Zatzkin. And she said, "You finally got it right after a whole year." So, check that out. It's like woven chain. See what I'm saying? And then the chain is passed through here. And I do love that subtle oxidation on there. But I said, Joanne, and it is 2 Z's. Zatzkin. See, I got it. Zatzkin. See, I got it. Okay, are you guys ready? A diamond this big. It's a 1.01 carat. And check that out. Yes, I did. It's cushion cut and it's earth mined. It's not lab created. And look at that tiny halo of little diamonds all the way around the base. Solid 14 karat gold, 1.01 carat cushion cut engagement ring. And are you kidding me with those little diamonds around that halo? Yeah. So, yeah, the stones are AB, Milky Way jewels. The stones in the crystal are Aurora Borealis. But look at that. And it is certified. I have all the paperwork on it. And it came in this beautiful box. So I bought it at the pawn shop. And it had just come in and it just made it through pawn. But check out the dazzle and scintillation in that bad girl. That is one bad girl. So... maybe, yeah, I'm going to have to bring that to a bully run sale. I'm going to have to do it. But the specs on the stone are very, very good. Let's take a quick peek. So the spec on that stone are, let's see here. Yep, it's a 1 point, whoops, hold on. I missed something. If you only see kind people as those who let themselves get walked over and everything else, arrogant, nasty bitches. The moment they stand up for themselves, there's something very wrong with you. You know what, Mia? I'm going to thumbs that up. Going to reply with, again, I fully support what you just said. And I appreciate you saying it because I think for people like myself, if I were to say something like that, I just want to say thank you because I think you understand a lot more about some situations. So thank you, Mia. But yeah. Everyone else, arrogant, nasty bitches. The moment they stand up for themselves. Yeah. Yeah. Mia, I really appreciate that. So thank you. And I really do appreciate that. So here's the specs on this. Look, cushion modified brilliant. Here's the gemological report. The proportions of the stone are magnificent. Really great proportions. 1.01 carat. It's an F in color and a VS2. And it's got all of its specifics and it's GIA certified. Absolutely, Gemological Institute of America certified diamond. And it has a much more complex report. It's got like all the mapping of the stone, much more complex. So look for GIA, Gemological Institute of America. Look for their certifications. Because they have really great certifications. Mia, thank you so much for that, and I really do greatly appreciate it. So let's stay focused on the sort. Oh, thank you for, it says Lou Who said, love this place. Well, we love having you. So thank you. As Mary, when you get older, it's easy to bluff. Absolutely. These are some sort of marcasite, definitely sterling silver. Look like Judith Jack, especially with these bigger backs on here. So yeah, check that out. Judith Jack with bigger backs. Oh no, what is my problem? See, I have to start writing these things down. When I say those things, Judith Jack with bigger backs, Judith Jack with bigger backs, Judith Jack with bigger backs. See, that's why I went to auctioneer school, because we had to learn our bid calling, you know, 1.25, 1.5, 175, 2.25, 2.5, 275, 3.25, 3.5, 375, 4. We had to learn it, and then, so we'd have to say Judith Jack with bigger backs, Judith Jack with bigger backs, Judith Jack with bigger backs, Judith back, whoops, see, Judith Jack with bigger backs. Then we had another one. Let me think of the other one. There were some, I gotta stop. These are signed sterling. Let me show you. This one is likely the only one that's sterling. These two are definitely signed silver, but these are not sterling. Okay, so these are totally not, these are not sterling. You know what? One ugly souled person can drive away 100 that would love you for you. You're right. You're right, Valerie. So that's why I defend myself as well. And thank you for understanding, everyone. I do appreciate that so much. This one is sterling, and these two are not. And you can see the color goes, do you see how the color goes a little yellow on here? The colors go a little bit yellow on here. That's because these are not sterling silver, even though they're signed. So please don't be fooled by the Mexican sterling that's not. Okay. Yes. Candy, correct. So those are, yes, they're Native American Indian. Absolutely. And that's what they're called, lovingly called. And you could feel that this is soft. See how that's like pliable and soft? And that one that I showed you all, the early, in one of my earliest videos, there's a, are you kidding me? Joe, thank you so much. I think you're in Canada, and you said, first time here, you love it, a new subscriber. Can we all hit the thumbs up on that? Joe, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm going to give you some butterflies from Jeremy as well. That is very generous and very kind. And I did say that it is true. I'm going to give you flowers. I'm going to give you 5 sunflowers. Thank you so much for that. That is very kind of you. So thank you, Joe. Yours was Zinni, babysitter stole it 30 years ago. Yeah, this is definitely silver, for sure, and very beautifully done. Some of these are extremely early. I don't know where that other one is on my desk right now. I don't see it out anywhere. All right, let's continue the sort. I would say on the plated ones, they're like $5 each, just because they're cool and they're vintage and they have nice stamping on them. If they were sterling, I would say about $50 a piece, but as nickel or as silver plated, only about 5 each. So please don't be stumped by those. And this one, I would say around 35 to 45. If it was much earlier, I could show you what we consider early. If it's much earlier, it'd be like 100, 150, maybe even $250. Joe, that was incredibly kind. And thank you for being here. We all love you. So welcome into the crazy family, because we can get crazy here. Well, I get crazy, and then people just laugh about it. Oh, the things I say on my channel. I don't know if you ladies and gentlemen saw that sort that I did the other day out of my trunk, but it was my recent sort. Have you all seen it? The junk in the trunk, and the thumbnail is, yikes, I forget what the thumbnail is. Boy, my windpipes are totally dried out over here. Let's think what the thumbnail is. It was a junk in the trunk. You all saw it? Okay, good. Perfect. It was hilarious. I was out of control. I know. If you don't think you did, please go over and watch it. I was in rare form. This is missing the drop, and I still love this. This is a lavalier. This is a little bit later than antique. It's antique style, but it's made in the 30s. but the original of this would have been made at the turn of the century, 1900, 1910. That is a probably Mississippi River pearl. I'll have to look closer at that. And these are just little rhinestones, but it's very delicate on a gold-filled chain that, of course, has a knot in it. But look for these early clasps, everybody. So the early kind of thumb clasp is what they are now calling it. So check that out. But I would say maybe still $20 on that one. So, yeah, you know what, Valerie? I do have a pearl that you have a very good memory. I gotta take my headband off. I'm getting too hot over here. I do have a pearl that can restore that. So you're exactly correct. This one is 800 silver or sterling. Yeah, the way the solder seams are, that's a newer clasp that was added. Look at the size of that flower. All in filigree, but that's definitely silver because the way they fused these together. So you can't really do that in plated. And those little stamens in the center are very beautifully done. If you haven't seen, do you guys want to see one of my flowers I made? If you want to see one of the flowers I made, just put flower in the chat. That's all. Just put flower in the chat and I'll go get one. But this is cool. So this I would sell for like, maybe this version would go for around 35 to 48. So I think we're okay, I'm gonna go get a flower. Lori J, thank you, honey. Lori, I miss you, and I hope you're doing okay. Lori J, I love you, and thanks for being here. Let me see, I have this flower, and then I have another one somewhere else close. But I'll show you one of the more elegant ones, and these are fabricated out of sterling silver. So these are fabricated out of sterling, and this was from my senior show, my thesis show at the university. And let me move the box out of here. Let me move these earrings out. So those earrings are great. Let me move this out of here. And let me get some of this dust and dirt out. And I'll be right back with all of that stuff. A little bit of housekeeping goes a long way. Check this out. So this is fabricated out of sterling silver wire and flat sheet. And this is one of my flowers that I made for my thesis show. So each little pod contains a little silver seed. So these little pods here are fabricated out of flat sheet, soldered together at the base. So each little pod is two pieces of silver that I so carefully soldered together. And if you listen close, let's listen. Do you hear the seeds in there? Do you guys hear that little rattle? So when you shake this, the little seeds, you'll hear them. So there's little silver seeds that I made that I put inside of each pod. So this is all completely hand fabricated, and it's like a little rattle. And I made these sterling silver flowers. I made a bouquet of 21 of them, and this is one of the least complex. If you want to see the sterling silver floral bouquet, I was supposed to do a video on it a year ago. I was going to say a year and 2 months ago. So, yeah, but these are all soldered together, and then each little wire, see how these solder seams are done? There's a little piece of solder here, so those don't really oxidize where you solder the things together. But it's all silver soldered and all silversmith made. I was inspired by Fabergé eggs and by Fabergé flowers. So if you've never seen the Fabergé flowers, please go over and look them up online. I saw them in real life at an exhibition, and I was like, how could someone make sterling silver flowers that look like a real flower? And when people came into the exhibition, they thought I had actually found dried flowers and sprayed them silver. So they thought that did I do a video? At senior show that would have been in, hold on, let me show you. Do you guys want to see? I've never shown you this. Okay, you have to put another thing in the chat for me. Put BFA, put the initials BFA, and if I see 10 BFAs, I'll show you my BFA senior exhibition card. So if you just put BFA, let's see here. Oh, you guys want to see it? Okay, so here's my senior exhibition. So this was my card from my senior exhibition in 1997. Some people out there in YouTube land, which I call La La Land sometimes because there's a whole bunch of La-Las, fellow content creators and some resellers have said, I'm not who I claim to be. And that's pretty hurtful. And I'll tell you the truth, and I'll show you who I am. I actually graduated with a Bachelor of Fine Arts from the University of Akron from Folk Hall, and I graduated in the summer of 1997. So, to all the bitches out there that don't think I really did, here's my card, and it says, Jason M. Adams, he who binds himself to joy does the winged life destroy. But he who kisses the joy as it flies lives in eternity's sunrise. And that's a quote by William Blake. And I designed this card, and it says BFA Senior Exhibition, where my friends and family came to wish me well in my journey of being an artist, metalwork and photography, March 31st to April 4th. And there was my opening in 1997, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m., University of Akron Projects Gallery. There were the hours. And do you want to see the photograph on the back? That's one of my photographs that I said I would never show on my channel. Boom. And you can see the magnet that has been, it's a shark magnet on my refrigerator. And you can see that the card has faded and oxidized. That's one of my photographs of my friend Sean. Sean was one of my dear friends in school, and I sandwiched the negatives and double exposed his photograph. And then I used a sewing machine to actually sew the images together and to sew the butterfly on his shoulder. But that was one of my sandwich negatives. I took a photograph of a crack in this old building that they were getting ready to tear down in Akron, and I photographed it before they tore the building down, and I sandwiched those negatives together, and I double exposed, I single exposed the paper with a sandwich negative. I always altered my photography because I didn't want to be a calendar art artist. I didn't want to, I didn't want to do like calendar art. I wanted it to be beautiful. So there you go. There's a little learning moment about Jason and what I've accomplished as an artist. Let me go see if I can find another flower. Let me go see if I can find one more flower. Watch, I'm gonna run through the house. I don't know where my other flowers are. Hold on, let me think here for a minute. Give me a minute. I don't know if I have another one. Hold on, let me see what I can find. Let me see what I can find. Hold on. I'll be right back. Oh, wow. I don't know where another one is. Hold on. I'll be right back. Oh, wait. I'm way over here now. All right, let me show you this one. Oh, the things I do for my channel. Hold on. I gotta take this out of the vase. Hold on. I'm headed back. Can you guys hear me? Oh, can you guys hear me? Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Okay, this is going to be really dusty. So, this is going to be really dusty. He needs the bell. I do need the bell. You know, it's... hold on, guys. It's going to be... Hold on, it's going to be really dusty. Because the one thing I don't do is dust. Because it's a waste of time. Within a day, it's already dusty again. Hold on. It's going to be really, really dusty. I don't care about the way people view my collection. I mean, I really should. You know, as a historian, I should really care more. But dust is just like it's nature's glitter. It's nature's glitter. Okay. All right. It just makes my things look more authentic. I don't think I've ever shown this one on my channel, and boy, is it dusty. Hold on. I got to clean this up. This has been in a vase for 15 years in my living room. Hold on. It's really dusty. That's the way I dust. That's the way I dust. Oh, you guys want to see my whole bouquet of flowers? Well, it took me 3.5 months to construct the whole bouquet. Okay, this wasn't in the senior show, but this was another version of the flowers. And this is all sterling silver and lucite. I've never shown this one on my channel. So there you go. There's another flower. And everybody loved this one the most. But this was not in my senior show. So again, this is all sterling silver that is oxidized. And then I made these lucite berries that I inset sterling silver cups and then little stones. So this was all nature's glitter. I spit my food out. No, it's true. It's nature's glitter. It's everywhere. But these, see, I made their little cups. Okay, see, why am I screaming? Because I'm around my art where I belong. Someone said to me, "Where are you happiest?" I said, "In my studio, away from people." And they're like, "Well, then why did you create a content channel?" And I said, "I wanted a legacy." And I think the one lady that had like verbally accosted me the one time, she had said, you're a narcissist and you're full of yourself. And I said, you know what I want to do? I just want to leave a legacy. And I said, and by the way, I wanted to say, by the way, bitch, you know what? I don't think so. And the only reason why I don't think so is it's okay to be proud of yourself and your accomplishments. My feet are on the ground, and I give back to a lot of different organizations and a lot of different charities. So I don't take humans' judgment very well. I don't take judgment at all, to be honest with you. I just don't. You know what I'll take judgment from? The animals that I've rescued. That's who I'll take judgment from, but not another human. It kind of doesn't matter. If you don't know me, I kind of just go, you don't know me, and it's okay. I've often said if I wasn't me, I'd hate me, but it's not true. I wouldn't. I would embrace me and the differences that we all have. But this is all sterling silver, and these are lucite, and then I drilled them out. I inset little stones, and I tap and dyed them. So that little post where those go in, I wanted that to be a finished edge. And again, this was paper white when I first made it. So can you imagine this like paper white and then all with that in there? So yeah, I had so much fun making these. All right, that's enough of the flowers for now. Let me put this over here. And thank you for ignoring the dust on that because that's very, very dirty. That was extremely dirty. How embarrassing to show that. But you know what? I've often said it. I don't have any pride. I really don't. So, sterling silver herringbone. Oh, I missed the chat. Hold on. Yes, absolutely. Oh, thank you, Valerie. And thank you, Bonnie Zimlich. And thank you, Milky Way and Suzanne. Thank you all so much for that. I really appreciate that. Oh, I am a Capricorn. Oh, thank you, Rhonda. I appreciate that. I love you all, though. I really do. Judith Hayes says, I learned something new in every video. Rhonda Schrader, you are right. Can't see the dust from here. Oh, it's really dusty. It's really bad. It's really, but thank you all for being so kind. And then someone will watch the playback and they'll go, "Did you see how dirty his stuff was?" And I'll go, "I just told you if you were listening, it's dirty." And I don't care. I could care less. This is sterling silver and one of those flex herringbones that's in really good shape. So the way I polish my silver, I can show you all, because everyone says he never polishes his silver, and I don't understand why. Well, let me correct you. Let me correct you right now. I do polish my silver on occasion. I won't show you the company I got this from because it's not a paid promotion. But the way I clean my silver is I just take my polishing cloth and I just kind of pull. Just watch. This is as easy as it gets. So if you want to polish your contemporary silver, go ahead. Do it. Just go crazy and polish the hell out of your new stuff like this. It's no big deal. But if you have older pieces, please just wear and enjoy them the way they are. Because a lot of times in the early Native American pieces and Mexican pieces, they weren't high polished. So if you're high polishing them, you're actually ruining them. And every time you polish metal, you are removing metal. Look. You're actually removing metal every time you polish something. So if you want to polish a herringbone or a chain or a piece of jewelry, that's what I would recommend. See how beautiful and how, it wasn't beautiful supposedly. So non-polished and polished. So just get a nice polishing cloth. Please don't use liquid cleaners on anything. I don't recommend liquid cleaners on anything, but you can see the difference here. See the polished side and the unpolished side. So, see, and you don't have to go crazy. Did you see how many times I did that? And it's not mirrored finish, but it's beautiful. And if you wear your silver a little more frequently, it'll be great. See, I polished a herringbone chain in the 80s just like that. See, Rebecca? Absolutely. Oh, Joshy boy, you were Miss Dust Bowl in 1846. Joshy boy, you look really good for 125 years. Joshy boy, I love you. You are hilarious. You make me laugh so hard. If you guys don't know about Joshy Boy's channel, please go over and subscribe to him. He's trying to build his channel a little bit by little bit. These are Siam silver earrings. Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah, absolutely, Cafe Tea, Valerie, absolutely. These are Siam clip-on earrings. I think people would love those. Maybe those go for $10 for the pair. I think can you recommend a way to polish liquid silver? I would do it, Charlotte. Let me go get my liquid silver. I'll be right back. Give me 1 second, honey. Here, while I'm going to go across the house again. Hold on. Oh, let's see here. Hold on, everyone. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Hold on. things in my hand over here. Oh no, I think I just dropped something. Hold on, everyone. I'll be right there. Oh no, I think I just dropped something. All right, so Cookie, I think your name is Cookie. Is it Charlotte Cookie? Hold on, Charlotte Cookie. Is that your name? Charlotte Cookie. I like the name Charlotte Cookie. So this is liquid silver. Charlotte, I would do the same thing, honey, but do it very gentle and very careful. Please do not dip your liquid silver. Please don't do that. So Charlotte, I would just do this, and I don't want to polish too much. So I would just do this. I would rub a little bit and watch. See the cone, how it'll start to shine? And then Charlotte, just be really slow and really intentional, and don't pull on this, and hold right here. But see how it'll start to come clean, Charlotte? Charlotte Cookie. Charlotte, I want my last name to be Cookie. I want to be Jason Cookie. So I am a nut, though. It's true. We can show that Montana girl. I don't know why YouTube holds some things. I think YouTube even knows that I get attacked every now and again. YouTube's like, why do they come after him? Jealousy, bitterness, and envy. How do I clean my pearls? I just use a soft cloth. I used a soft cloth. Please do not use liquid cleaner on your pearls, everybody. Ew, look how gross this was. So Charlotte Cookie, that's what I do, honey. Do you see? So polished and then unpolished, honey. So just go really slow and kind of hold the strands like together like that, and don't pull on the thread. So like as you're holding the strands, then you can kind of just like pull it through here, but just go real slow and real gentle, and just a little bit of pressure, just a tiny little bit of pressure. Okay? So there you go. And ew, gross. All right. So there you go. So that's how you clean liquid silver. So, all right, there you go, Cookie. I'm going to call you Cookie from now on. I'm not even going to call you Charlotte. I'm just going to call you Cookie. I think I always wanted to have the name Cookie when I was a little kid. I'm surprised my mom didn't name me Cookie. I think she left. I think my mom left. It's safe for me to get completely crazy. I think these are just CZs and sterling with gold vermeil. See, I don't particularly like those, but people like conservative things like that, like beautiful things. Oh, Tess, I'm just having an unboxing of, I bought a big thing of sterling. You'll have to watch the replay, honey. I bought a big box of sterling for $250, and I'm seeing how well I did. Oh, Lou Who, this, I already did the advertisement. It's Sally Hansen, and there's a bad joke here somewhere. It might be my autobiography of me in college. It's called Power Slide. So it's Sally Hansen. I should do a nail video. Do you guys dare me to do a nail video? How do you paint your nails as a 51-year-old man? So it's Power Slide, but I painted over the foil. So there's green foil. So there's two layers. There's this one, because I was too lazy to take it off. So there's Sally Hansen color foil. And Sally Hansen, if you're listening, I want a paid promotion from you for advertising your nail polish. I think I have to do, all right, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do a video on how I paint my nails as a 51-year-old man. But it's called Power Slide. And it sounds dirty. I really like it. So sounds like me and my activities in college. Power Slide. All right, so it's Sally Hansen Power Slide. Rebecca Peters, I'm going to have to do it. And then I don't know if anyone ever talked to me again. I think they're all used to it. My local people said, we're glad that you're finally being completely who you are on YouTube, because when I first started, I was pretending to be like innocent and sweet and calm and normal. Oh, this morning I called Jeremy and I thought I was calm, and I said, hey, what's going on? He said, why are you so crazy? That's what he said to me. He didn't say good morning or anything. And he said, why are you so crazy? And I said, Jeremy, that's not what you say to the person that you love the most. And he goes, but why are you being so crazy? And I was like, oh my God, the secret's out. Now the world knows. There's no hiding it. So I don't know why this won't go in here, but this will not go in here. I can't get this to clasp. Now I'm going to get angry and I'm going to throw it across the room. All right, so there's a gold-plated sterling silver chain, and the clasp is garbage. So I don't do anything in my cuticles, though. Jason, use a gel-like top coat, and it'll take forever to chip. I don't do any sort of top coat because I like to change it too much. Look how it already grew out. My hands are so dirty. Yeah, I gotta actually I gotta file and trim and make them like more manageable. But I've always loved, and someone said, why do you have long fingernails? I said, what's it to you? What's it to you? What's it to you what I do? I'm 51. I don't answer to you. I just do what I want. And this is sterling silver and crystal. and absolutely love this. So, and if you Google the Chinese culture, the men in China back in the day, they showed their strength and their wealth and their intelligence by long fingernails. Because you want to know why? Because if a man in China had long fingernails, he didn't do manual labor. So he was of a mind. He was of a brilliant mind. And I don't know if I ever did live before, but I just explain things by saying, "Hey, what's it to you? You don't need to worry about it, you know? You just mind your own business and worry about yourself, and we'll be good." This is marked sterling right here, and I don't know if this is. It sure does look like it's sterling, so I'm gonna have to check this one out. There's things I like about it, and there's things I don't like about it. I don't like this edge where that's soldered here. I personally just don't like it as a silversmith. It is soft like it's silver, absolutely, but that could be copper with sterling plating over the surface. So, it could be. It's true. So, yeah, my hands are my tools, absolutely, and I want them to look good. I did say to my mom, like, I don't do things like, I don't do things to like, I don't know what to say, to alter my appearance or to look different or anything. When I went to the dentist, I asked them and I said, "Do you have any of those little whitening trays?" Well, guess what? I didn't buy them because I was just like, I'm just gonna brush my teeth, and I got my teeth cleaned, and I'm proud of the way I look in a way. Like, it's okay that my teeth aren't perfectly white because I drink coffee every day, and I just said to myself, I'm not that vain, I'm really not. So, see, it's none your business. It's true. None your business, You gotta mind your own business. And that's the thing. I think if people would worry about themselves a little bit more, we wouldn't have the problems we have in the world. I think they would just, if you just minded your own business, I think it'd be great. And that's for everyone. Religion, politics, blah, 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 blah. Just mind your own business, You don't have to tell the world. And you don't have to, be mean to people about stuff. And that's why I defend myself. This is a beautiful locket. Do you think that's beautiful? I think this would sell very, very quick. I think this would sell incredibly quick. So, my fingernails dropped off. Aw, see, that's okay. Tell people, none your business. Yeah, I agree. I think it's none your business. Joanne, you're adorable. Planted by the beach. Hi, sweetheart. Yeah, I think that is great. I think that locket is wonderful. I'm going to tell you this much. For $250, I owe Fred. So, Fred, if you're watching, I owe you a big thank you for selling me this big bundle for $250. And you could have sold it to another loudmouth YouTuber. But you chose this loudmouth YouTuber. And if you guys, he's never been on my channel, but he's been in the background. Do you ladies remember when I was at the flea market with my friend Gail and a guy said, I was talking and a guy said, "Oh, I knew that was you by that sexy voice." Well, Fred's married and he actually said, it, and he was mortified because he didn't know I was recording, and I don't edit my videos. And I told him, I said, "I got to air this," and he's like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you were recording. I was just kidding." And I was like, we still laugh about it. And I saw his wife at the flea market, and I said, "He's your responsibility. I have nothing to do with him." And she was laughing so hard. I saw the video and I almost pissed my pants. See, Joanne, you did see that. See, Joshy boy, you remember? And he said, "I would know that sexy voice anywhere." And I go, "Hey, I'm recording." And he's like, "Oh my God." And I had to pause the video. It was amazing. And he was just kidding. He is I have known him since I went to auctions 24 years ago. He worked at an auction here for my friend Chuck, and he used to run the items at the auction. And he's just so funny. And he sold me this whole box. So that's who I got this from, was him. And I said to him, I said, "Are you going to make a pass at me now that I bought this?" And we laughed. I mean, I have such a great time at the flea market because 99% of the people I encounter in real life know exactly who I am and what I do. And they're so, I don't know, they're amazing, and I'm very blessed. And these are Mexican, everyone, post and friction back, and that is brass and sterling. But look at those. Absolutely. And I just straighten the posts a little bit. When I fidget with things, that's because I wanted to straighten the posts so they're good to go. I think these are easy $35 a piece. Well, $35 for the pair is what I should say. Oh, Joanne, thank you. Yeah, Fred is just, he's just always been, he's been funny with me, But now that he's like really comfortable with me, he lets it rip. Thank you, Charlotte Cookie, for saying it's a steal. I feel as though this was a steal for 250. So, and I hope he's watching this eventually on replay. And I just want to say thanks for being my friend, and thanks for not being afraid of me, and thanks for encouraging, my business. And he's just been really kind, and he's been super kind to all my friends out at the flea market, like Gail and Linda and all the people out at the flea. I think these are silver plated, but I think these will be giveaways because I don't really want to sell costume. I think these are silver plated, so I think I'll do these as giveaways on the channel. But look how beautiful those are. Beautiful construction. So those will probably be freebies at a bully run sale, because when I go leaps and bounds ahead like this, I want to make sure that I give people a little bit of a bonus. I believe this is this would be blue topaz. I don't get aquamarine vibes from this. And people say, how can you tell so quick? I've just been around it for, so many years, and I still make a little bit of mistakes here and there, but I think that's more blue topaz than aqua. I'll take a look at the inclusions, because very well it might be aqua. I'll look for needle-like inclusions. If it has those needle-like inclusions, let me see if these are diamonds. Give me 1 second, everybody. Let me check and see if these are diamonds. They're not holding up as diamonds under black light, but that doesn't mean anything. Let me take my loop and take a quick peek. So, Ava, I understand it's kind of like a superpower. No, this definitely leans more blue topaz. It's very dirty, and those are little tiny diamonds, but they alternate one diamond and then a cut piece of metal. So those are not all diamonds. Those are like a little diamond and then a whole bunch of cut metal to look like diamonds. Very pretty, though. So very nice sterling silver chain. And these chains now are so expensive. Can you ladies in the chat answer me? What does an 18-inch sterling silver chain run you in your area? So like, could you answer, what does a sterling silver 18-inch chain in that quality, what does that run you in your area? How much money? Is it $10, $20? What would that normally run in your area? Because here in Ohio, they would be around 20, like around $18 for an 18-inch. Christy, thank you for saying that. Yeah, Heidi, I don't either, honey. That's why I don't know. That's why I don't buy retail ever. Yeah, so 25, 25, 15, 18. Okay, good. All right. So I've paid 20. Yeah, 25. Okay. So between the $18 and 25, Jennykins, I understand 50 because I do understand regionally. But like, I would never bought one. Yep. All your jewelry's thrifted. Thank God for that, Sabrina. About 25 in Australia. Arkansas, about 25 at Walmart. I agree. Yep. Okay. So like on that one, we would sell that at Bully with the pendant. We'd probably sell that whole thing for 20. So that's like what we would sell it for on Bully. Okay. All right. I just want to make sure that I'm still beating retail in most areas. I always want to beat retail. $30 in Western Australia. Mia, did you see my Marimamba from Australia? This is Marimamba. Have you ever seen both ladies in Australia? Have you seen my Marimamba ring from Australia? This is old mine from the 60s, and it's Marimamba, and it's massive. But are you familiar with Marimamba or where the mine was in Australia? I think it was, why do I want to say it was Brockman? I don't think, Suzanne 500 in Manhattan. So, oh, thank you. Oh, wait, hold on. Christy, Jason, I see a cat in the bottom. Where is it at? Cat in the bottom. Cat in the bottom. Hold on, I don't want to ruffle anything around. You see a cat in the bottom. Hold on, I think there's 2 cats in here. Let me look. Hold on, but we'll take it to Bully Run, and you can buy it there, honey, for sure. Hold on. Wait 1 second. Yeah, okay, so did they ever see this? Bottom box. Would love to see it. Would love to buy it. Christy, I can't sell anything tonight, but I can most certainly take it over to Bully Run. Dur 500. Whoa. Christy, Carrie Rush, you are friggin' hilarious. There's some of you who just really, I tell my mom all the time, some of the things you say in the chat, I'll be going through my day and I'll be laughing. So, okay. You're right. 3 cats right side. Got it. There it is. So yeah, we'll take this over to Jeremy's. If there were 4 cats, Jeremy would never let me sell this, but he'll let me sell it because it has 3. I'll get it cleaned up. Sterling silver and brass. It's likely Mexican. Let's take a look. That is definitely Mexican construction. 925. So those are two sterling cats and then a brass cat. Yes, I will bring this over to a bully run sale. It will not be this Tuesday. So maybe in like 2 Tuesdays, or maybe when Jeremy gets back from out of town. This will definitely come to a bully run sale. So you got to watch the preview. And this is. Oh, okay. But Nancy, you have to come over. I don't mind if you guys want to buy things. I can't sell things on my channel. I can sell things on my channel. I choose not to. Okay, so but absolutely, please go over to Bully Run Coffee on YouTube. Type that into the search box. Bully Run is all one word, and then coffee. And please subscribe to Jeremy's channel. And that's for everyone watching on replay too. I always forget the people that can't be here tonight that are watching on replay. But 192 people. Can you guys continue to hit that thumbs up? I only see 135. I don't feel the love tonight. Just kidding. Of course I do. Isn't that a song? Feel the love tonight? You know, isn't that the Lion King? This is not sterling. So, Fred, you sold me a piece of garbage. This is silver plated and it's a beautiful compact. So that might be a giveaway, or maybe that goes in with some other things. And it's definitely not sterling. It'd be marked up here, or it'd be marked here, it'd be marked on this edge, or it'd be marked on this edge. I'd be so embarrassed if it's marked sterling. Watch it be marked. Then I'm gonna have to eat my words like alphabet soup. Isn't it strange though? Like people say you're gonna eat your words, and then about alphabet soup, and then what do they say about eating crow? Isn't that because like you say something, then you have to eat your words? But why would you eat crow? I don't understand that. So let's see here. The cats look like you're interrupting their secret meeting, doesn't it though? They look like they're up to no good. So basically, all right, I'll tell you if there were four cats. All right, so this would be okay. So this is Mulan in Jeremy's collection of cats. This is Mulan. This is okay. That's Mulan. The Tonkinese. This is a toss up. See, because Morris is orange, but Morris looks confused. So this would be Morris. And I'm glad Morris isn't listening. I don't want to hurt his cat feelings, but he's very confused. And this is, see, it would either be Whiskers. No, that's Tishy Cat. So that's Morticia. So the one missing from this would be Whiskers. Sweet baby Whiskers. But she's always sleeping somewhere else. I mean, the three are always like the three amigos. And that other cat just like doesn't associate, even though they love each other so much. His four are just amazing. They really have changed my life because now that I don't have a pet, I don't have a dog anymore. I never thought I would know life without an animal. These are Warner. These are beautiful rhinestone earrings. So, Samantha, it's totally true. It's totally true. These are beautiful for rhinestones. Those would sell for 10, but as Warner, someone else would elevate and say 20 or 25. No, 10 would work. So we'll sell those at a sale, but I'll do a bundle. Those will go in a bundle. Let me grab some rings. Let's bring up all the rings I can find. So I can just do a drive-by so you're not here all night, because I don't want to keep all of you. If you wanted to do something else tonight, I never want to interrupt or keep you. And tonight's live was just, oh, is that a beauty? But the stone is really worn out. Look at that for an Art Deco original. That is not 1980s. That is 1930s, 1940s. That is an amethyst. But boy, is that stone really worn down. So that's going to take one special person. I would wear that though. Like if it was up to me and I love that ring, I wouldn't care about the wear. I would say I do have a ring that's very worn down, very similar to that. I don't care. Those marcasites are great. Okay, so that's a deco, so that's a win. Hold on. Let's take a look here. Let me get a few more. Ooh, is this one sterling? Could that possibly be sterling with one little crystal out? I'm not watching the chat. Hold on. Those are pretty. Okay. Someone has 12 cats? No. Oh, I love that name. Ponce de Leon. I love it. I love that. I got tons of stuff to do, but I'd rather watch you fondle jewelry cookie. We're allowed to show that. YouTube's very protective of me lately. They held that. They said, no, we're going to hold that. You don't have to hold it. We can show it. Okay, good. Yeah, I got tons of stuff to do, but rather watch you fondle jewelry. So this is marcasite mother of pearl. This is abalone and onyx. This is some sort of created crystal that's definitely not an amethyst. Stabilized turquoise, likely cultured pearl and crystal. This is how quick I do it, everybody. Rose quartz and pink CZ, absolutely. and a definite blue CZ needs to be cleaned up, and crystal. And I wonder if that one is sterling. Let me take a look because that's a great one. I just sold one like it at the last sale and I did very well. Yeah, JWBK and 925. So, yes, JWBK, and it needs to be cleaned up. So all that's right on the surface. Sorry about the dirt on here, everybody, but that's just pretty epically cool. Do you guys like that one? I guess put in your chat. I need to clean that. Put in your chat what's your favorite ring. So I guess we could do. Well, just put in your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So put in the chat and just put the number in. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's your numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's the order. So put your favorite ring in the chat, which one you love. Because I wonder, wow, I knew it. Mm-hmm. I knew it. Yeah, there's a couple standouts. And thanks for making, yes, Diana, absolutely. Yeah, number two. I see a lot of twos. I see a lot of eights, 3 and 4, 8 and 7. Wow, it's all over the board. Yeah, I see, but that's why I always say my favorite may not be everyone else's favorite every time. And that's why I'm still in business because I have all of them to sell. And the mountings are great. You know, they're outstanding because they are vintage. Fred doesn't buy anything new. So he does estate sales, but all those are sterling. Absolutely. And I'll double check the metal. All those will come to a bully run sale on a Tuesday night. All right, let's set those out of the way. I think we got enough of the rings. Hold on. And then I think I think there might be some more. So let's see here if, all right, there's another one. Let's do a whole nother round and I'll do a simple round. Look at how little that one is. Size-wise, that's tiny. Sterling silver and something. That's acrylic. So that's not turquoise. That's acrylic. These are onyx and marcasite. Let me see. Hold on. Look at this one. I'm not going to say. I'm just going to put them on my finger and then, oh, but this one's not sterling, I don't think. That one's not sterling. Why am I screaming? Let's see here. I don't know if I would watch me on YouTube. All right, we'll do this. We're going to go with these are all sterling except for this one. Okay, so that's costume. So we'll go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So put your favorite in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now stones. Stabilized turquoise, amethyst, very dark blue sapphire, crystal rhinestone, inlaid abalone Mexican, acrylic in turquoise, and onyx and marcasite. And one marcasite has bit the dust. So let's see. What do you guys like on this round? Okay, 2, 1, 7, 8, 1, 4, 3. Wow, there's a lot of threes, a lot of fours. Okay, so 3 and 4 because they're natural stones. You guys like natural stones? See a lot of 3s and 4s, and I see 1s and 8s. 1s and 8s. I see why, because the marcasites. So a lot of 3s, this one. A lot of 3s. 4s, Bonnie Zimlich and Joshy Boy. 3, 4, 3, 4, 6 and 7. So 6 and 7. Interesting that someone would pick 6 and 7. I see why in a way. 4 and 1. So 1 and 4. I see why there. Yeah, you like natural stones. Did anyone pick 7? This one that has the really weird tiny little mounting that's like, I guess you could extend that because did anyone say that would be 7. Did anyone? Oh yeah, they did. Lydia said it, Leona said it, Joe said it. Okay, good. Okay, good. I don't know why that would be left out, even though that's just acrylic. I like that cup style, that raised little cup. All right, that was fun. Do you guys want to do another round of rings? Let's do another round. Let me load up. You know what? Now that I see how many sterling rings are in here, so let me tell you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Not including this one. This would be 16, but this is just plated. So no matter what it says on the inside, I know this one is plated. So I have like 16 sterling rings. I mean, at $10 a ring, I'm going to be way ahead by the end of this. All right, let's do these. Why am I screaming? I found a favorite. Oh, if that fit. that would not be coming to a sale. Someone said to me, "How much jewelry do you keep?" And I'll be honest with you guys and tell you, not very much. And Tess, if you're in the chat still, Tess, tell them how much I keep because you went to Don Scott with me in Columbus. And you remember what I bought because you were there with me. The whole day you were there with me, even though you didn't want to be. You didn't want to be seen with me all day. You were there all day with me. Tess, tell them a percentage of how much I kept and how much I sold, if you don't mind. And you can tell them the truth, Tess. You're amongst friends and you can tell them because I'm asking you to. So just tell them, oh, Sabrina, so these won't be in next week because okay, why am I screaming? So they won't be in the next sale because we're going to take a week off and it's Jeremy's going on vacation and he wanted me to go to Hilton Head with him and his friend Cindy, and I just I can't go. I have to stay home. I want to be close enough to my mom if she needs me. Okay, so that's I don't want to blame her for anything. Plus, I don't like leaving the house. Okay, so that's why I'm not going. But I'd love to go with him. But we're gonna take a week off. Not this next week, but I think the week after. Okay, or it's the week after that. I've lost track. Okay, so all right, here we go. So these won't be in this coming Tuesday, so this isn't a preview for Tuesday. Thank you for pointing that out. So we've got, this is, I'll go and I'll tell you what they are first. Sterling silver dolphins, rose gold, yellow gold plated dolphins. So very cool for sterling silver dolphin ring. Usually I wouldn't reach for a dolphin ring, but this one I would. This is looks like a little emerald, and possibly little diamonds or crystal. Very beautiful. The prongs are a little bit off, so I can show you how to fix that if you want me to show you really quick. I'll show you how to fix that in a second, just remind me. This is CZ and sterling silver made to look like an engagement ring. This is very unusual, made to look Edwardian, but it's definitely contemporary. All these are sterling. This is Navajo and very cool for an old Navajo turquoise, and that is old, absolutely. Probably pre-60s, but not by much. Stabilized turquoise, possibly. Don't know for sure. Not any matrix, but there is that little white, so that may not be stabilized. Clear quartz crystal, a plain little band that says something, hope, and it says hope on it. And then this cute little open heart. So now pick your favorites. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and go. So I know what you're looking for. And it's so great to see so many diverse people saying diverse things. Let's see here. 2, 5, 4, 5. Emerald, absolutely. 1, 6, 5, 6. Let's see here. 4 all day long. 2, 4, 5, 6. 5, 5, 5. I see a ton of fives. All right, so what is 5? Yep. All right, I understand. I understand why 5. That does not surprise me. I see a lot of 4s, and I see why on 4 because it looks old. Absolutely. 2 and 4, 4, 1, 2, 5, and 8. Leona, you're hilarious. 2, 5, and 8 for Bonnie. 5 and 8. Yep, the little open hearts. And I see Bonnie. Yep, I see 5 and 6, 7 and 8. I see you all for different reasons. I need 4. Yeah, but see, and if I bring 2, 1, 2, 3, and 5. 1, 2, 3, and 5. Okay, I see that. 4 and 6 for Kristen Roth. Really, Kristen? 4 and 6. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me either, because the way it's mounted. I would, yeah, I understand why. Yeah, because they're fun. Yeah, and it's Flowers by Kyle is here. Hi, Flowers by Kyle. I'm still waiting on my stargazers. I'm just kidding, Kyle. Thanks for being here, my friend. Kyle does flowers, I believe. Obviously, Flowers by Kyle. 1 and 5. Kyle, do you have a channel? 1 and 5. I agree. Look at those for the dolphins, though. Rose gold, kind of that gunmetal, and then yellow gold plated, sterling. Very cool design. Normally, I don't like dolphin rings, but I like that one. Kyle, thanks for coming in. I hope you have a channel, because that would be awesome if you had a channel. Okay, I can fix this prong really quick. So sometimes you can move them with your finger, and when you look, you can see that only one prong is messed up, and it's this one. Sometimes you can move it back with your finger, and watch me chip my nail polish. Oh, I just moved it. Watch me break it off on live camera. Hold on. My camera's jostling around. And if I break it off, there we go. So look, and then you have to rock this over. Let me get my tools out. But see, I moved that prong, so now it's where it needs to be. Let me get my pliers, and let me show you how to fix that really quick. So bend it with your finger, obviously, when you can. And if not, I get my little needle nose pliers. Give me a moment. Let me move my little tray out of here. And people are like, how can you fix it that quick? And I go, because I'm a silversmith and you just have to have the right tools. So let me get in here with my pliers. And I use the tiny little, tiny baby pliers with no teeth. So I always use pliers with no teeth, no like grit on there and no teeth. Okay, so there you go. And very fine point that lines up. And let me see here if I could just rock that over. So basically what I do is I basically just take that prong and I just rock it over a little bit. So very carefully and very slow. Don't put a lot of pressure. Let's move that one up a little bit. So here we go. And yeah, bingo. And very soft to the touch. Now, if you put a burr on that, which means a little, oh, we got to straighten this one out a little bit. So let's move this one over. See, when I fidget with it, watch me break it. Watch me crack the stone. Hold on, a little bit of pressure and done. Sometimes less is more. And God, it would be so embarrassing if I chipped that emerald on live film. All right, there we go. And I want to do some rhinestone repairs too. And let's see if that's, yep, totally soft. If you get a little burr on there, just get a little bit of wet, dry sandpaper, but do not hit that stone. There. Does that look good to everyone? Did I do a good job? Is that a first time? So use very, very small pliers when you rock the stones over, and a bezel rocker. Let me show you. Let me show you how to use a bezel rocker. That's the most important tool that I can tell you how to use. And this is to rock bezels over. This is called a burnisher. So it's a wooden handle. It's called a burnisher. So if you need to order one, this will take the burr off of things as well. So it's this flat plane that's curved and it's all stainless steel. So what you do is I don't hold it down here because it's very hard to control this. And if you aren't good with your hands, I choke up on it like a baseball bat and I hold it right here. So see how I'm holding it and I have a very strong grip on it. That's when you take a bezel, and I'll show you on this, and like I hold right here, almost like a peeler in a way, like an apple peeler. So, and then I brace the pieces and you just kind of burnish this over. You kind of just burnish this when you're rocking your prongs over or a bezel. So a lot of times you'll go, when you do a bezel, you'll go at 3 o'clock, and then you'll go at 9 o'clock, and then you'll go at 12 o'clock, and you'll go at 6 o'clock. And then you go in between that. You'll go at like 2 o'clock, and then again at 5 o'clock, and then you'll go at, let's say 7 or 8 o'clock, and then you'll go at like 10 o'clock. So then you kind of just go, so the stone stays very central. And people always say to me, how do you make your stone so perfectly central? And I go, by rocking the bezel over in chronological order, going on the opposite sides of the stone. That way you don't put stress on the stones. And then once you do this, then you kind of go back through and you kind of burnish over all of the prongs to push them down more. So there's no tooth on there. So it doesn't catch on everything, and then pull the prongs off. So you have to be very methodical when you make them. But if you want to see that in one of my videos, please go over and watch. But like, let me show you, this ring is perfect. I made this J-bow ring, and on the sterling silver bezel, I'm very careful to make sure that my bezels are very strong. And then when I rock this over, I just took the curved area and I went around like an apple peeler. I kind of just really kind of work that bezel over, and it will highly polish the edge here, but that's okay. You can go back in and sand that down. But I made that J-bow marble ring, and I was supposed to go into production with these and produce these for sale, and then life happened and I stopped. So yeah, but you kind of just fashionably by ironic is here. Hello, Chuck. Hi, Chuck. I'm just kidding. Jeremy was so mad at me. He goes, his name is not Chuck. And I said, but he answered to it. And he goes, no, he didn't. So I think your name is like Jean-Michael. I think it's Jean-Michael. You're the best. Thanks for putting up with my stupidity. So everyone, please welcome in Fashionably by Ironic. And he goes by FBI. My mom told me he goes by FBI. And I said, not anymore. He goes by Chuck. And she goes, his name isn't Chuck. I go, it is now. So thanks for putting up with me. What is this one? Did I get a bonus? What is this? Holy cow, I'm shaking. Hold on. 925. But what is that stone? You guys, I just got a really good one. Okay, I'm going to owe Fred a little bit more money. Fred, this is a natural sapphire. That is a natural sapphire in sterling silver. That might be a Jason Keep. No, I can't keep it. Okay, we're gonna put that in the fun. So, ew, why is my hand all brown from that one ring? Ew. Did you guys watch that video when I did the ews for 45 minutes? I don't know. I don't know what happens in my videos sometimes. It's just being truthful, though. It's just being, when something's gross, is this amethyst? Oh, if that's amethyst, boy, is that a good one. I don't know. That sure looks crystal to me. Hold on, let's break up the monotony. Okay, so boy, check this one out. This is Arts and Crafts and an original shell cameo. That one would steal my heart anywhere. Okay, so we're way ahead now. The $250 lot is turning into a gold mine that I'm going to owe Fred. I'm going to owe Fred at least a coffee out at the flea market. So, Fred, thank you so much. All right, let's do these. So let's do the drive-by. I don't know if it's amethyst or not. If it is, it's friggin' exceptional. Here's the cameo, Arts and Crafts in Sterling. Here is the amethyst cabochon. That is definitely a gem grade amethyst oval. Great color play in that one. We have a dragonfly with crystal wings. We have this old-timey 1950s glued in rhinestone, a very simple band ring, and the sapphire. So now this is going to be tough. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and go with your favorites. Tell me what you're thinking, because I know which one steals my heart. There's two of them on my hand that steals my heart, but don't worry about that. Just tell me the ones that you love. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and go. We've got a 2, a 2, tons of 2s. I knew it. An 8, of course. The purples, Ava. 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 4, 5, 2, 4, 7, 8, 2 and 8, 2 and 8. Holy cow. Yeah, I see. Yeah, all day long. All day long, Kristen Roth says. She doesn't vote. She just says all day long. Sylvia the Sea is here. Hi, sweetheart. Yeah, 8. Okay, so I like 3 of them, and I'll tell you which 3. I really like this one. I don't know why, I just really like this one. If that's an amethyst, holy cow. I love 2, because Arts and Crafts with those little leaves. Boy, is she friggin' awesome. Check that out. Late 1920s into the 1930s. Absolutely love her face, too. Look at her. She doesn't look like that classic football player carved with a chainsaw. Her neck is thin. She's got elegance. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with looking like a football player, but not if you're a cameo. This one I love, and of course the sapphire. I shouldn't have said anything. I should have just let you guys pick. But that sapphire, what the world? And look at it. It's got a color zone right through it, and people go, how do you know that's a real sapphire? Because it's got the color zone right through it, and it leans a bluish green. So I usually don't like cameos, but yeah, Nancy Eaton. I think you're Nancy Eaton. Vintage Florida, I think, is Nancy Eaton. And it's so funny because people said, when you get over, 10,000 subs, you're going to forget everybody. No. And Vintage Florida, like, how would I know it's Nancy Eaton? Because I listen, because I care about all of you. I really, truly, down deep will say that you all mean a great deal to me. And rather than just tell you, I want to show you that in my videos. And I hope I do. I hope I do. You did pick my 3. Valerie, we're twins, I think. This is interesting, though. Did anyone pick number 3? Because that's just simple and very beautiful for a little amethyst cabochon. All right, so there, yeah, Cookie, I know. Yeah, there's something very soft and sweet about her. Look at that. Normally, I wouldn't go for that, but all day long, I'd go for that. And I think it's got a potential to be a really big seller. Yeah, I like it. Okay. All right. You guys did say 3. 3 is super sweet, though. Check that out on my big catcher's mitts. Boy, are my hands dirty. That's just sweet. Okay, we had fun with rings. So now I have like 8 million rings. Hold on, I'm going to put these in a bag. Give me a minute, guys. Let me get out a bag so that I can put these in there. And then do you want to see anything I bought at the pawn shop today? Well, I have to finish this box. Oh, wait, that one's not sterling. Hold on, I can only put sterling in this bag. All right, so we're way ahead. So $250, and to be honest with you, I have more than $250 in rings now, and all that other stuff is like free. So, but I'll make a good profit on this. So those are all sterling rings. I'll take it, and let's continue the search real quick. These are probably Mexican, yes. And I say probably because they were produced in other areas as well. Mexican and maybe sterling. And here is the brooch. So here is the brooch. Is it signed? Yep, made in Mexico, 925. So brooch and pin, let's put that in the same bag. Let's see if the enamel or the yeah, that is enamel. It's not stone. And abalone. Let's see if that's it's in really good shape. All right, now that now I love these. Okay, so that is gonna sell well. Do you guys love that style? I think it's cool. I mean, but there's like there's a lot of this in the world. So even though beautiful, I'd probably still sell it for like maybe 30 for the set. But that's incredible because it's all there. It's just tourist trade. Like I don't down it. I just go, there's an awful lot of it in the world. That's all I say. And it's okay. These are sterling. So these will have to sell with other earrings because I can't sell those on their own. I just can't do it. What is this one? What does that say? Over 21. What does that mean? What is that? Is that weird? I like weird things. It says over 21. What does that mean? Does that mean like that you're legal? I don't know what that means. Rose Frank, 1981. Rose Frank, over 21. I don't know what that is. That just that you're over 21 years old? I don't know what that is. Wear it on a tour. I love your channel. Egypt. Can you guys welcome Egypt in? Egypt, thanks for being here. Forever 21? No, it says over 21. I don't get it. Maybe 20. Oh, is it an anniversary thing? 21st anniversary? I don't know. Is that German? No, I think it's over 21. I don't get it. I don't understand. All right, so that doesn't make any sense, but it's got a great sterling chain. Judith, thank you for welcoming Egypt in. Egypt, thanks for joining the family. I love your name. Is it the 21st birthday? I think it is. Is it a club necklace? Yvonne, I think it means, yeah, I guess it means that you're 21. I don't know. That's a strange way of having. Oh, that's the crystal one. That's costume. These are sterling little heart earrings, little screwbacks. I can show you what I bought at the pawn. All right, let's look at these bracelets. These are little diamonds. Okay, so these are tiny little diamonds in a tennis bracelet. You know I sell these for good money because after all, they were expensive in the store. So those are dirty, nasty diamonds. They're really little, but they're dirty and nasty. I'll call it. I'll say, no, they're not good. All right, so there's this one. There's this one. Let's look at link bracelets. This I don't know if it's sterling. Boy, my sinuses today, they are really. Have you guys been affected out there with the air quality lately? It's just like today I saw like the smog all over. It was really bad. Yeah, what is the legal drinking age in the US? I think it's 21, Ibs. I think you have to be 21 to drink. Isn't that right, guys? We have to be 21 to drink. Yeah, I thought so. 21, I think. So maybe that means that you're allowed to drink? I don't know. Over 21. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, it's been bad for smoke. Okay. Oh no, Kristen, 113 degrees yesterday. My mom said you were going to have bad weather. Yeah, over 21. I think it means like maybe, yeah, I don't know. So this is onyx and sterling silver and marcasite. Maybe missing one there. Maybe missing one there. See why I don't like marcasite, guys? And then someone got really mad at me and they said, well, because you don't like marcasite, you don't need to talk about it. And I said, no, I'm going to say why I like marcasite and why I don't. Why I don't like marcasite is they fall out frequently. And that's why I said I don't like it. I'm not picking on what other people sell. I'm just saying I simply don't like it. You know, I don't sell a lot of it is what I would say. Now, the ones I sell, I make sure that they're set and that they're all present, you know, but you have a tendency to lose marcasite. You know, you look at them wrong and you lose it. That's a very lovely bracelet though. Nice, nice, nice clasp on this one as well. The fold over. And that is solid sterling. Absolutely solid sterling. Great robust. And then the two tennis bracelets, these are diamonds and these are crystal. But check those out for tennis bracelets. All right, so we got 3 great bracelets. So we're what? Who knows how much ahead now? That's probably another, oh boy, 80 some dollars ahead. A sterling silver chain. That's wonderful. Absolutely cool. 205 people in. This is plated, so this is not sterling. And let me show you the mark on here because it will say sterling. So that one says sterling, Mexico. No, no, that's plated. No, no. Be careful on these, everybody. You have to test them. This one is not sterling. The finish is wrong. The whole thing is wrong. Now, some of these can be sterling. That one is definitely not. So please don't be fooled by them. Let's see what else we got besides dust and dirt. We got a couple more rings. Oh, This is a Jason Keep. Oh, it's Jason Keep. It's an enameled. So that's a Jason Keep. I know I'm a heartbreaker, but I could lie and say it wasn't in here. Now this one says it's sterling. This is going to have to be a check. No, just dropped a ring. Hold on, everybody. I'll be right back. Let's see here. So this says it's sterling. I don't think it is. No. I don't care what this says. No, not the right clasp. Learning moment, everyone. Don't care what it's signed. Do not care. The color of the metal is wrong. This is not sterling silver. I don't care what that hang tag says. I will basically probably donate that and put on the tag not sterling. Let's see what this is. Besides a great crystal. I don't trust this metal either. Nope, I don't trust it. Not because the color, because silver will oxidize that way. How do I know? Because I use liver of sulfur, and that's the way liver of sulfur will oxidize something. This is just all costume. This is a no, guys. So please pay attention. This is a definite costume. This is not sterling at all. So I don't care what it's signed. I don't care. It doesn't matter. That's not sterling. I don't like it. I don't like the finish. I say no. I say, you're not welcome to the party. You have to leave. So these are beautiful. I think I might keep these. These are from the 50s, and they're lucite, and they are incredible for lucite. So those are a keep for me. So those will be a keep. Every little stone is there. And people would say, those are earrings. No, these are brooches. And they were originally brooches. And check those out. Can you imagine those on a fitted suit in the 1950s? Look at that lady that was so forward thinking. Excuse me, what is going on here besides absolutely amazing? So those are a Jason keep. Those will go into my stuff. Those will be a keep. Tiger Eye. You know how I feel about Tiger Eye? I'm not a fan, but I'm a fan of Maramamba, so which has Tiger Eye basically in it. So, oh, thank you for saying that. Yeah, I love those brooches very much. But this is nice for Tiger Eye. Good color, good good luster and polish is what I'm trying to say. Very nice. I mean, you know, if I get 20 for that, I'll be thrilled. This is an early abalone brooch. This is sapphire. And I can show you guys a couple things I got at the pawn shop today if you want me to show you. And then some sterling rings. Hold on. I move these out, and you're probably thinking, hey, wait, what is he keeping? Nothing. I'm not going to keep anything from you. And what is... Oh, check this out. A little diamond cross. And those are little diamonds. Yeah, that's a victory. Holy little diamond cross. Yep. Sterling silver and diamonds, and those are real dazzlers. That's a beautiful diamond cross in sterling. Love those pave stones. Absolutely wonderful. 199 people still watching. I appreciate you all for sticking with me. I've been on for an hour and a half. Who would have known? These are all sterling. Do you want to see how I form these rings? Did I show you that before? I can get rid of that dent, and I can form this ring for you real quick. I did that in a video before. I guess I could just let that one speak for itself. All right, so 5 more sterling rings. What if I sell all those for a little group? You know? All right. Oh, thank you for saying that, Steph. I enjoy having you. This is a keep for me. I always keep the little bluebirds. These are getting really hard to find. So this is a Jason keep. I don't want to break any hearts out there, but this is a Jason keep. And let's see if it's got to be a somebody. Let me look here real quick. Let's see here. Anne Koplick Designs. I don't know Anne Koplick. That is definitely sterling. 100% sterling on this. Anne Koplick. Have you guys heard of Anne Koplick? I thought that would have been like Dane Craft or True Art. Have you heard of her? I don't know her. Jason's Bluebird of Happiness. You know, yeah, the sensitivity to that enamel. I have a very large collection. Let me show you my other bird. Let me go get her. So this is my other favorite bird. She made it to a video before. Thank you, Lori J. This made it to a video before, and I'll show you what I paid for things. Look at this one. So this is Art Nouveau. This is an Art Nouveau original. So this is from 1900 to around 1900 to 1905. And that's dating it on the clasp. And it is marked Depuzé. and then it's signed down in here by the French artist who did this. This is an Art Nouveau original. Look at that opalescent enamel across the surface of that silver, and then these paste stones and the little garnet eye. Look at the translucency of that flaming yellow lime green and that peachy pink into that translucent light blue. This is a keep forever. This is a keep forever. This is an absolute keep, and I mean forever. So that's a Jason keep, and look what I paid for it. $68 French enamel sterling, and he charged me 50, and I would have paid for this. I would have paid up to, because I love it, I would have paid up to like 375. So I'd have paid up to $375. But look at the two of them together if I were to wear these two together on a jacket, and I'd probably space this one maybe right here-ish. So they're kind of maybe flying in the same direction. I'll figure it out right there. So I'll wear this one lower and this one above, and I won't have them touching because they're both glass enamel. But look at that. So that's why I want to keep this. So that I'm going to set aside for myself. This I've loved forever. So I haven't worn that one, and I definitely need to. So that definitely needs to be worn for sure. Absolutely. I'm going to put my little bluebird right with that. So I need to get those back in the safety deposit. That's what I need to do on those. And I don't think you all remember this ring, but I have this out because I'm doing a presentation for the Lapri group here, and I'm doing it on citrine and amethyst. And this is one of my favorite citrine rings. This is very, very old. Look at that Art Nouveau style mounting, and look at the detail on that 14 karat gold mounting, and check out that citrine. Very fancy cut, very large, very dynamic. Looks like trapped sunshine, and those poppy flowers. And look at that folded leaves and the poppies down. And I have this ring in a very old video on YouTube, and it's very sizable. So that was one of my favorites. But that was out because I am doing some presentations out of my collection. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you, Mary, for saying that. Yeah, I did the dents before in a video before, and I just kind of, I don't know, I just kind of don't want to repeat myself. But maybe I'm not in the mood to do it. Maybe I'm not in the mood. Oh, let me show you. Hold on. Here's one more thing. I do think it's funny, and that's why I giggle all the time, because I do realize how nuts I am. Like, I realize how absolutely crazy I can get. Oh, Kristen Roth is here. Let me show her a Bakelite pin that I love. And let me show her a Bakelite pin that I love. Oh, and let me show her this one. So these were out on my desk, and for Kristen Roth, just to drive you crazy, Kristen, here's my running rabbit that we've seen before. So my Bakelite running rabbit from the 1940s. Yeah, the price come down drastically on these. I think back in the day, this one was going for like 2,400 or 2,500, and that is just great for Bakelite. It's a running rabbit. He's late for school, so I wore him last week. And they call them swing arms, but look at this one for Bakelite. And that's all original from the 1950s. Can you imagine the lady that wore that in the 1950s? Just this abstract fluorescent sun-kissed orange. I don't even know what they are besides beautiful and elegant. I love them, and I love the color of this one. So Bakelite is so much fun, and that's why I collect it, because it's fun. And I don't know, there's just something about it that I love. So Kristen Roth, that was for you. And then for the people that love marcasite, that's the only marcasite piece I have in my collection, and it's a marcasite lizard. It's the largest one that you could find in the 80s. So in the 1980s, I had seen these on one of my friend's mothers. Her name was Kathy, and her mom had one of these on her jacket. And I said to myself, when I'm older, I'm going to buy a salamander that big with marcasite in solid sterling silver from the 1980s. And guess what? I finally found one. And they have little garnet eyes. So see the eyes? Each little garnet is there. And check that out. Because see how the marcasite becomes the scales on that gigantic salamander? I did wear this last week. I wore it to the dentist, and they said, "My God, your collection." And I said, "Well, thank you, so much." Yeah, oh yeah, Bakelite is hard to find in Australia. Yeah, Samantha, Bakelite in the United States it's getting a little harder to find, but not by much, because now supply and demand. So of course the demand is a little bit lower and the supply is a little bit greater, because some of the people who had it for a long time were collecting it. I had I used moisturizer on my hands and it's all trapped all over my hands right now. Boy, this is a dirty sort as well. This one is not sterling silver. Even though, well, I guess it could be. This bezel doesn't look sterling, but the back plate probably is sterling. That is an eagle mark from Mexico. I usually don't trust these. The bezels are probably not sterling. Could be a softer metal. And look at that inlay. So that's kind of interesting for a pendant. A little cross pendant. I don't know because I used to buy these all the time and now they don't sell anymore. So I kind of gave up on that. Ooh, look at that. That's a bear fetish with the heart line. That's all artist made. So there's the bear with the heart line. Have you guys have I shown my bear fetish collection? Would you like to see that real quick? Because I'm down to 5 bear fetishes, but I have not shown them on my channel. This one might have a gold collar. This is a keep. Oh, this is a Jason keep. Hold on, it's a lab. Oh gosh, I didn't know this was in here. I'm sorry to break anyone's heart. Everyone's like, hey, wait, you're not allowed to keep 3 things. I'm like, yeah, I am. This is artist made. It's a gold-filled collar. Sterling silver gold filled, and it's signed by the artist. I have to keep this. All right, I'm going to go get my bears really quick. So you guys wanted to see the bear fetish, I'll go get them. You have to wait 1 minute. So we'll do that. And then a sterling silver pendant, missing 1 crystal, but a great box chain. Box chains are my favorite. My dad taught me about box chains when I was younger. I don't know what this is. Is it like a spelling bee thing? What is that from, guys? It says quill something. Quill and scroll, creative writing. So, yeah, sterling silver. I would have never gotten that award in high school. Oh, this is a keep. This is BF Goodrich, a service pin. And we love BF Goodrich service pins here in Ohio. So that'll be a keep or a sell to someone local. A key, an old watch key, a very early one, pre-1800. Well, no, pre-1890. Not pre-1800, but definitely an early watch key. But that's pre-1890 on that one. That's what I can say. And then a little piece stub, that'll be a giveaway. And maybe, no, that's not a diamond heart, but that's crystal. I'm not even looking at the chat. I feel bad. I've completely lost it, and I'm staying focused on showing you. Is that Jane Seymour, you guys? Is that Jane Seymour, the open heart thing that happened for a while? Does that still exist? Is Jane Seymour still doing? I do have fetish necklaces. Let me show you one of those now that you asked. See, you all, is that Jane Seymour, everyone? Am I right about that? And then this is a military pin. I also have a little secret. I was going to tell you guys, but I'm donating something to a museum this weekend. And I don't want to say what just yet, but I'm donating to a museum here. So it's the start of, how do I word this? I've realized that I've been blessed in my life to be able to find some of the things I've been able to find. And there's times when, okay, I'm going to take this out of here. It's times when now, how do I word this? Because I don't want to sound wrong. I'm always worried about what I say and how I say it because of, judgment. But how do I word this so I don't sound wrong? I should just say it the way I want to. What am I worried about? I've reached a point where I've been blessed enough to find certain things, and like, it's not about money a lot of times. And I'm donating. I'm donating some important things that need to be in a museum setting. And they promised me that they'll be out on display. They won't be sold off, and they'll be safe for the rest of their little lives. So I'm going to donate them on Saturday, and I'm donating it. I'll tell you, so I'm truthful. I'm donating it in honor of my dad. So in honor of Ron, I'm donating 2 things to museum, and I'm probably going to donate eventually more than 2 things to the museum. So yeah, I think it's very important now to kind of allow these things that are more important to be seen by the public. So yeah, that's all. So I'm not better than anyone, but I'm definitely going to do it different. And I'm going to do it my way because that's the best way I know how. All right. So, and I don't believe in all museums, don't get me wrong. I believe in most museums. All right. And so, for anyone knowing out there watching on replay, this was not a preview for this Tuesday sale, but this will all come to a sale. Okay. So, with the exception of the two little black pins, that bell charm, and the bluebird. So those are keeps for me. That's a transparent sort. I didn't keep much apparently. This is a fetish necklace. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get my bears. But chat amongst yourselves for a minute and stay tuned because you won't want to go anywhere. So this is a bear fetish necklace. So you asked for a necklace. And so fetish necklace, and this is a carved bear. I'm not sure on the material of the bear, definitely a natural material, probably in the family of jet because it's very, very light, and it's not wood and it is not stone, it's not onyx. So I don't want anyone to say, well, that's black onyx. No, it's not. I think it's jet. I'm pretty sure it's jet, and those are little turquoise inlaid eyes. The reason why I got this, oops, hold on. So what's the tally, Jason? Yvonne, I would say, I got to be conservative, but I would say I paid 250 by what I see because of the rings, and because of all the sterling and the bracelets, and that crystal necklace was great. Yvonne, I don't know if anyone else was adding up. I'm going to say it's in excess of $650. So I would say I'm going to make about 400 or so dollars on that deal. So I paid 250. I think the profit will be 400 to 450, and that will be giving people really, really, really good prices. So, yeah, Angelica, and hi, Angelica. Thank you for your kindness in my chat as well, and thank you all so much for staying with me tonight. Judith Hayes, I see 183 thumbs up. You might want to refresh, Judith, but I see 201 people in and 183 thumbs up. Let me go grab that the bear fetishes, and we're gonna call it for the night. I'll be right back, guys. Don't move a muscle. I'll be right back. Hold on, everyone. I gotta go over to where the fetishes are. Hold on. Don't go anywhere. You can't leave me. Don't leave me now. Oh, God. I don't know why I do the things I do. Hold on. Hold on. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Oh, all right. These are going to be dusty, so they have a little bit of nature's glitter on them. So don't judge me because they have nature's glitter. I don't know. Can anyone hear me? I'm so loud. My neighbors probably heard that, and they were like, "Why is he screaming? And he's home alone. Why is he screaming to other people?" They probably think I'm talking to my split personalities. So, all right, here. Let me dust these off. Oh, this one's really dirty. Okay, let me dust these off. All right, so you asked for the bear fetishes. I'm only going to stay on for a couple more minutes. I want to be able... Hold on, I got to blow these off. Hold on. All right, bear fetishes, because you asked. So this is one of my bear fetish necklaces. And like I said, I believe that's jet. Because it's not plastic, it's not stone, and it's not wood. So I believe that it's probably fossilized wood or fossilized coal. But that looks very jet to me. I love his little inlaid eyes. The only reason why I kept this one is I liked the spacing of this, the way the spacing is over here, and I love the cones. And are you kidding me? Tess, thank you so much, sweetheart. Thank you, Tess. I appreciate all the super chats tonight, you guys, because this is my full-time job now. And it does matter to me, and I will never ask for money. I don't believe in that, but I appreciate you all so much. And Tess, thank you so much. I really appreciate that so much. And thanks for being one of my best friends that I've ever met in my whole entire life. Oh yeah, Jamie, it's 2 a.m. here, 2:20 in London. This is when I feel comfortable popping on. So these are some of my bear fetishes. Please don't ask me the artists on these because I definitely want to do a bear fetish video. I'm down to, I thought I only had, give me one moment, guys. This is one of my favorites. Let's put him here, and let's put him here, and I'll be right back. Hold on. I thought I had 5, and I think I actually have 6. So give me 1 second, and we'll do a whole video on them. I don't want to talk about tribe. I don't want to talk about artists. I kind of don't really want to talk about the stones. But what I do want to talk about with fetishes is fetishes contain the spirit of the animal and the power of the animal. Yes, ES, more than likely Zuni, correct. But I don't want to get into that. So check these out, and I'll get into the meaning of the arrowhead and the banding here. And this is called the heart line. So most fetishes will have that inlaid heart line that runs through the stone. And this is the heart line, and it's about the lifeline of the animal. It's very sacred. And look at the turquoise eyes. Look at this for stone. Look at that for shell, and look at the feather. Check out how large this one is. And this came out of a very old collection. I would say this could be around the 1960s. It's probably not much before that on this specific bear fetish. It is hard stone. Let's see if this one. Yep, this one is signed. There you go. So some of these ran into the 1980s as well, so it's hard to date them. Old Hadley Vintage, thank you so much, sweetheart. So Old Hadley, I know you from The Thrill, The Thrift. That's where I met you. So everyone, Old Hadley Vintage sells on YouTube as well, has a channel. So if you could go over to Old Hadley Vintage, let me see if I can grab that. Hold on. Let's see if I can grab Old Hadley. But see, I can't click on this. Let's see here. Channel activity, go to channel. Hold on, guys. Let's see here. 150 videos, 938 subscribers. I'm not subscribed. Hold on, I hit subscribe, so I'm 939. Hold on, everybody. Give me a moment, please. Old Hadley Vintage, copy link. And I don't know much. I've seen Old Hadley once. Let's see here. And I don't know your real name. Give me a minute. Let's see here. So hold on, everybody. I'm going to drop a link real quick. Copy link. And it's not because you give me a super chat. It's because I do support other channels. I got burned by supporting some other channels, and I don't care. I'm going to leave that behind. So Old Hadley Vintage, I just dropped the link. Could you guys please go over and subscribe? His name's Jeffrey. So I just subscribed. I was not subscribed, and I feel like a schmoo. So please go over and go to Old Hadley Vintage. Let's try and get him to 1,000 subscribers. So the 195 people here, even if there's 2 or 3 trolls, you don't have to like me. But please go over and support Old Hadley Vintage, if you don't mind. Mary Beavers just subscribed. Trace loves Jeffrey. Mia subscribed to Jeffrey. Mary Jones, yep, you got it. The like is the thumbs up under the video. Absolutely. So if you all could please go over, Tess and Mary and Husky and Beyond Bacaloo. Hi, Husky. I thank you for being here. Mary Jones, Kristen Roth, Barbara, Gomez Adams, Joshy Boy, Old Hadley. Thanks, guys, y'all so much. I can't wait to get to 1,000. So let's get Jeffrey to 1,000. If you all could tell one person. If you could just tell one person to go over to Old Hadley, that would be amazing. Michelle Guida, thank you for subscribing. I know it's a lot to ask. I got myself in some trouble, like, by asking people to subscribe to their channels. But thank you, Kristen Roth, for subscribing. Beyond Bacaloo subscribed. Rhonda Schrader just subscribed. Look at that, Jeffrey. Well, welcome to our family, Jeffrey. And thank you for overlooking my shortcomings as well, because I can be not the best sometimes. Katie, thank you for subscribing. Mary Jones subscribed. Thank you all so much. And access to the like, click on the 3 dots in the upper right-hand corner. Jan Vaha, you are correct. Patricia, thank you so much, sweetheart. I love you. You subscribed. Jason would love to tip you, but don't send money through YouTube. Charlotte Cookie, it's okay, honey. What I would say is, just send me love. I don't, I appreciate you wanting to support me financially. But Charlotte, it's kind of at a point where as long as you are all here with me, that's more than enough. And Charlotte, if you could tell 1 or 2 of your friends to subscribe, that's more than money to me. And if you just watch my videos, that's enough. And I mean that. I hope you all understand that, like, I'm not going to lie to you about things. I haven't lied since I started, and I'm not going to now. The only thing I didn't tell, look at this big bear. The only thing this is like the Jeremy. This is the Jeremy bear, and this is me. So this is Jeremy, and this is me as bear fetishes. This is Jeremy because he's strong and mighty, and boy does he protect me. And this is probably my mom, and this is probably Becky, and this is probably Jerry. So yeah, I have a bird fetish that I think of for my dad. So I do have one that's my dad, and it's in the living room. I don't ever want to show that on my channel, but anyways, so old. You are welcome, and I really appreciate your generosity, Charlotte. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. So, all right. So this is look at this one. Yeah, look at the face. And Husky, I'm so glad you're here to see this, Husky, because I know that you love Native American and you love purist. Look at the feathers and how delicate. And look at that large mother of pearl stone implement with the turquoise banding and that shell, and then the shell, and then the faux sinew that then bands all that to this giant. I don't know if you can understand how big this one is, but this guy is massive and so well carved. We could talk about the stone eventually. Would I put it in like the serpentine family? More than likely, I would. But there have been a lot of new revelations with the stones that they were using. Again, turquoise, onyx, and red coral in the heart line of the bear, and I love this one's. I just love that one's energy. I'm surprised I'm showing these on my channel because a lot of times I say in some of the things I want to show you, I'm concerned about putting them around an electrical device, and I know that seems strange to some people, but I don't care about how I have to explain about my collections. I've loved this one forever. This one probably started the collection. And I've loved this one forever. Look at the turquoise eyes, that mother of pearl, quote, arrowhead bound again with the sinew. And I love the carving of the fur on this one. So again, we'll do a whole fetish video because there's a lot in my collections that I haven't shown. And my mom even said to me when I was home the other day, she said, "Why haven't you shown some of your collections?" And this arrowhead did break. So that would be a longer, like turquoise arrowhead or point, you could say. Always in this direction, by the way. Always, to me, always facing right over the bear. Look at that face, and the stone is just magnificent. I think that's where Jeremy got his love for the stone animals that he's been selling, and this one is the oldest of them. I don't want to talk about age on this one. I'm not going to go there right now. This one is extremely early, and these are very, very hard to find. And I know all of you out there watching that understand bear fetishes and Native American, and you know that this is, important, and it's a great honor to own all of these. And then this one is, of course, my personal favorite because it's a whisper amongst giants. And I loved everything about the sensitivity of this one and the way they tied all of this on in place. And I love the gesture of this little guy. And again, it's not onyx. This is definitely more than likely a jet of some sort. But you look at like how I go from this one. I go from this one to this one, like in my collection. I'm just really happy that you all asked for that, or whoever asked for the bears. There you go. There's a little bit more of my collection. I think I am going to call it, if that's okay. I was going to do a little bit of the pawn shop finds today, but I'll hop on with another video very soon. Please stay tuned to the channel, and please go over and subscribe to Old Hadley Vintage, which is Jeffrey. Let's get him to 1,000 subscribers, and then also please go over to Bully Run, which is Jeremy's channel. So anyone watching on replay, these videos will get up to like 4,000, maybe even 5,000 views within just a matter of a few days. And I thank you all so much for watching on replay. Please tell a friend about my channel, and do me a favor, those people that just joined in, please go over to Old Hadley Vintage, and it's old, OLDE, old, and then Hadley, HADLEY, and the word vintage all separate, so Old Hadley Vintage, in case you don't see it in the chat on replay. So please go over to Old Hadley. That would be great, and I'd greatly appreciate it, and show Jeffrey some love. So I do appreciate you. You guys are fantastic. You ladies and gentlemen that joined me tonight, I will say that you always have a way to lift me up. Without getting too emotional, I just want to say a deep, heartfelt thank you so much. This has been incredible, and I truly, down deep, love each and every one of you so, so much. So It does. It matters to me. This whole thing matters. 213 thumbs up. Thank you all so much. I hope you have an incredible and beautiful night. I look forward to seeing you on Tuesday night at our live sale on Bully Run. We've got a great one in store for you. And then also, please go over and watch my video that hits on Saturday. I worked really, really hard, and it's a vintage Chanel and luxury video, and I hope I knock your socks off. I never want to disappoint any of you. Thank you so much for the love and the kindness. Please go forth with peace and kindness. Adore each and every one of you. I love you all so much.